We like to put things into baskets and buckets as we make sense of the world around us. We build lists that help us find order, connection, or even joy. When we are asked to rank order our lists, we are challenged to make difficult choices. In the end, our lists become a reflection of who we are and what we value. We ask our guests to share a topic and a list with us. As we go through the list, we will certainly learn more about our guest, and we may even learn something about ourselves. This is No Ordinary List. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of No Ordinary List. I'm your host, Jim, and tonight I'm joined by my good friend, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Jim. How are you? Good to see you.
It's great to see you, and tonight we're going to delve into a topic that's pretty popular amongst a lot of age groups. But Chris, what's our topic today?
Board games, my favorite.
Board games. So Chris introduced me to probably about 24 board games. So when I was thinking about this topic, I thought I'm going to reach out to Chris, and I'm asking for his top 10 list. So here on No Ordinary List, we ask our guests to come up with a top 10 list, and we ask them questions about how they came. But before we do that, Chris, we're going to ask you 3 defining characteristics that make you you. What are 3 things that make up you?
Work right now, for sure. Family, I've got one. My oldest is about to go off to college, and my youngest just started driving, so it feels like that family dynamic is changing. And fun. Board games are a big part of that for me. And I teach tennis for a living, so you could say I do fun for most of my life. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way, but...
Well, I think, and maybe you are better with this than I was, but when your kid starts to drive, it's the most terrifying moment of a parent's life. Because you just have to just kind of have faith that you've taught them everything they need to know.
Or send them to driving they taught them.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's one of those advanced parenting moments. So, well, I'm delighted to have you here. You are, when I thought about this topic, I thought Chris is the one that will bring us home on this. And so we're going to count down from 10 to 1, and we'll start with 10, and we'll go all the way down to your top 1. So are you ready to go?
I am ready. As ready as I'm going to be. This was hard.
Okay, at number 10, what do we got?
Number 10 is my newest game. Now, I just got this in the mail 4 days ago. We played it twice.
Holy smokes, and it moves into the top 10?
And it's a big box.
Holy smokes.
So this is the Game Makers.
Okay.
And it's a game about making board games. So you're producing actual board games that they got the licenses to over the course of the game in hopes that you build the most popular ones. I wish there was a good place to see, but you can tell it's actual games. Actually, the one that's in the forefront is also on my list. Spoiler. But it is.
So you involve like marketing and getting your product out and all those things?
You use worker placement, which is a type of mechanism in gaming. But in this one, your workers are forklifts in a factory, and you're picking up different pieces and meeples and cards to design these games to earn points.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It is a lot. It's very heavy. I kick-started that about a year ago, and it just came in, and it's wonderful.
So is it still in Kickstarter, or is it out in production now?
It's out, yeah. I just got mine delivered last weekend.
Okay. Wow. That's a huge box. That might be the biggest game I've ever seen as far as a board game. So
it's... Sorry, I'm looking around at everything. It is the biggest one in this video, but not by much.
Okay. Well, there you go. Let's go on to number 9. What do we got for number 9?
So one of the things that I struggled with when making this list was what makes 9 better than 8 or 8 better than 7. And some of these games are on this list not because they're my favorite game to play, but because maybe it's something I like to do with certain people. And I could reorder these so many different ways based on what I was making as the criteria. But for me, my number 9, yeah, it's gotta be Concordia.
Okay.
I have not played this in probably 2 years. It is a wonderful deck building / area control / it's a whole bunch of different mechanisms in one box. The worst cover art ever, by the way. But wonderful nonetheless. I would actually love to play that again. No one will play it.
How many players? Is it 4?
I think it plays 2 to 5.
Okay, very good. I've seen that on lists, and I've never actually seen it in a store, so I'm going to need to look at that.
They're I think Kickstarter or GameFound or one of those project managers is doing a new version of it, and there is a re-implementation of it called Concordia Venus that's more readily available. But I do not think you can find, especially this box. This is a rarity.
Very cool. Let's go to number 8.
Hold. These boxes are huge. I had to scatter them. Okay. My number 8. Dune Imperium.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This has gotten replaced by Dune Imperium Uprising, but it's basically the same game. And this is deck building, worker placement, and area control. It's wonderful. It follows the movie pretty closely, even though it's not based on the actual new version of the movie.
Okay.
It's wonderful. It's one of the tightest games that I've played. It's never a blowout. It's always a fun battle to the end.
We didn't talk about game time play for each of the first 3 games we've looked at. What's the time allotment for each of those, do you think?
Game Makers is simultaneous play, so everyone's doing their turn at the same time, which is great.
Okay.
That being said, the 2 times we played it, I would say 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Okay.
And then Concordia, about the same. Dune Imperium maybe a little bit shorter, hour to an hour and a half.
Great.
Which is going to bring us
to 3 interesting choices. Let's go to number 7.
The shortest game, time-wise, The White Castle.
Oh, there you go.
A wonderful game about establishing a restaurant in the South where you make sliders that have onions cooked into the meat.
Okay.
Not really. It's not that White Castle. This is a historically accurate Japanese-inspired game about feudal Japan, the Edo period in Japan, and it is 9 turns, and it's wonderful. It's a combo-driven game. Worker placement, you use dice to make your actions. It's phenomenal.
Well, sounds cool.
And very
game
quick,
time?
30 minutes tops.
30 minutes. Okay, very good. All right, let's go to number 6. We're moving right along.
Prettiest game on the list. My favorite box. Wonderland's War.
That is a big box as well.
Yeah, it's pretty big. This is the one I show off. It was on my dream game list for years, and I finally got it last Christmas. It is area control, and this is the deluxe version with, if I can open this box, this huge box. It's got all the fancy miniatures. It has its own special chipset that comes with it.
Oh, that's cool.
It is a bag building game, which is unique, and it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
How long has it been around?
2022.
Oh, okay, pretty new. Now we're in the top half already. We're flying through this. All right.
Oh, this is hard.
Number 5.
This is really hard. Maybe the only game you've played with me. I don't know if we played this or not.
We haven't played it. Yeah.
It's fantastic. Great Western Trail. It's longer. This is at least 2 hours.
Okay.
Again, horrible cover art. Awful cover art. I have the second edition of this too, but this is the one that I play.
Okay.
And it's awesome. It's about being a cowboy. You herd cattle.
Those are the first games ever invented. So,
Herding cattle.
all
Of
right, let's go.
note, for my daughter just moments ago, today, July 14th, is Chick-fil-A's Happy or National Cow Day. So maybe that game's
Okay,
appropriate.
there you go.
She told me
Sounds
if you
good.
dress up as a cow and you order Chick-fil-A, they give it to you free today.
It's also Bastille Day for all of our French followers here, so we're good. Let's go to let's go to number four.
Number 4. Oh, this is killing me. This could have easily been my number 1. Feast for Odin. My Uwe
Ooh,
Rosenberg. A
okay.
beast of a game. Almost all of his games are in my collection. They're all wonderful. This does everything that all the other ones do and puts it in one package. This
Is
is
it
a
all like
masterpiece.
Norse
It is,
mythology?
yes.
Okay, okay,
Viking Conquest.
very cool.
It is so good.
Do you
Easily
get
could
to
be my
kill?
number 1.
Do you get to kill people in it? What's the deal there?
Oh, you do a little bit of everything. The most important thing is you got to make sure your people don't starve.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's
I think
actually
you
part of
win
our
if you don't starve your people.
part of our parenting tips series. We also talk about that too, not letting your kids
Yeah.
starve while you're watching them. So now we're up to the big three, though. Big three.
I'm
Here comes.
kicking myself because I ordered these based off of what's important to me, not how fun these are. This
Okay,
was my first favorite game,
okay. Oh,
Terraforming
terrible!
Mars.
I know you love this. I would have bet this was on the list. So
And it's so heavy because I decked it out and got the really expensive like components to go in it.
oh, okay.
And this is a full box. It's as heavy as the Game Makers, even though it's 5 times as small. And that's the game that really set me off, I think.
I was thinking that might be your number one, so I'm glad to see it in the top three. So let's see what number two is.
Number 2 is a game I'm putting on here in its place because it's my favorite game to play with my wife. It's not my favorite game, but I sure love the interaction that comes with it, and that's Castles of Burgundy. We have a couple of
That's on a
editions.
lot of top lists. That is a
Yeah, we
game
have a
that
couple of
would.
editions of this. We like the first version. Um, Again, kind of like White Castle, you're using dice as workers to play stuff, and the options are seemingly limitless. This is Amy's favorite game, and so it's one of my favorites to play just because I know it makes her happy and it makes me happy too.
Before we reveal your first choice, what was number 11? What was left off the list? What was the last one left off the list?
It was left off the list because I couldn't find it.
Oh, what
It's,
was it?
it's buried. So you know me well enough to know I've got probably 400 board games in here, and
Yep.
there's no way to store them all, so they end up at the bottom of a pile at one time or another. My number 11, which probably really would have been in my top 10, is called Raw. It's a great
Okay.
game, auction game,
Okay. Great.
wonderful.
All right. All right. Now with Chris's number one game, what do we
So
got?
my number 2 game was because I love playing it with my wife. My number 1 game is a game that my wife nor will anybody else play with me because they hate it so much. But it's the best game ever. And it's called Arcs.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the fancy big box version. It is trick taking space combat. It
Oh, wow.
truly uses Spade's mechanic to move ships around. It is so awkward. It is unlike anything you've ever seen. But when it clicks better than anything. It's so good.
Wow.
That's my
That's
number
great
one, like
work.
by a lot as far as what I want to play. But I never play it because nobody else wants to play it.
So how do you play it? Do you have friends that will play it with you?
Let's just say I haven't played it in about a year. Noah will play it with me, my son,
Okay.
and usually people love it or bounce off of it immediately. And so it just kind of sits there. But I have so many fond memories of playing it. The mechanisms are so unique that even though I've only played it probably 4 times,
Okay.
there will be nothing else like it.
Okay. Noah's going to college, and is Noah taking a set of board games with him?
Not mine.
I didn't know if he had something that you knew he'd absolutely be
I
taking.
don't
with
know.
him.
Like he's not here. Or I'd ask him. I asked Ella what her top 10 were, and that we had no crossover. I think that my family has gotten to the point where we're all so busy. The majority of the games we play are party games or something that we can get on a table and then finish in 10 to 15 minutes. So if he took anything, it'd be Bonanza, which we call it the Bean Game, which is actually by the same designer that did Feast for Odin, but it's a simple card game where you plant beans.
Oh,
Easy peasy.
okay. I like that. Well, and in my family, as you know my family. I have to choose what game I bring out based on who's going to be part of the conversation. And there's a couple I know my wife will jump into, and there's a couple I know she will not be a part of. So, and then John, I just got to catch him in the right mood, and I get him to play a game. So, let's talk about how you made your list for just a brief moment. So, was it hard to make this list of top 10?
It wasn't hard to get 10 games. It was really hard to order those 10 games.
Right.
So I have an account on Board Game Geek, which anyone that plays board games knows is a wonderful website, and it lets me. It's not going to show up. It lets me catalog all of my games in a spreadsheet. So I have 401 to choose from. Now I can rate all those games, and I could technically just pull out a list and sort it by my favorite per my rating. Problem is, out of my 401 games, I probably only played 300 of them. We have a lot that are still unopened. But I went through that list, and getting a top 10 was easy. Ordering it was tough. Because what's more important, how a game makes you feel or how the people playing the game make you feel. And so
I really like the way you approach this and talking about which one connected with your wife, because that's important in a relationship. If you have people that you're trying to get engaged with the gameplay, you're going to have to figure out what their interests are and try to meet them part way. So it also keeps the marriage together. Were there any unexpected surprises, any challenges that you came in getting this order together?
Yeah, I mean, the Game Makers, which was my number 10, the fact that we've had it for 4 days and played it twice, and it made my top 10 of all time is kind of crazy,
awesome.
but it fits with the meta nature of that game, where it's about board games. It needs a spot on the list.
Well, and you're responsible for a lot of the games in my world, and I wondered if you want to take a crack at trying to guess some of the games that might be on my list, my top 10 list.
Corkle, Splendor.
No, what's that?
Splendor.
Number 1. I love Splendor. Was
that your number 1?
Game. That's number 1. So
did you play Splendor Duel?
I love Splendor Duel too, and I have actually right next to me. And you'll love this story. I bought this in France. It's actually in French, so I had to figure out translation. Now I've learned enough French that I can actually translate it myself. But that and my Colt Express are both in French, and I had
I didn't know you had Colt
figure out the
Express.
rules. So, but,
Colt Express is great.
Yeah, the other ones that you introduced me to, Istanbul is number 3.
Istanbul was on my short list. Almost made it.
Azul is really rising up the ranks, mostly because of what your factor is. I know that my wife and my daughter will come and sit down and play Azul with me, so that's why it means a lot. And then I had really an odd one, but my friend Alan, the producer of this podcast, gave me the game Ticket to Ride France, and I love that game. It's got a twist to it that makes the Ticket to Ride series. It's very different than the other rest of the games, so I've really enjoyed that game. So the problem with that game takes a long time because you've added an element that actually extends time, but that element is actually what makes it gets it more challenged and more fun. So, but yeah, like you're the one that introduced me to a lot of the games on my list. So. And a producer of the podcast, he introduced me to Cursed Court, which is one of my all-time favorite party games, which we like to play when we get a group together. It's fun to get the group going. So,
well, my recommendation for you, if you like party games, try Monikers.
I have it. Thanks to our producer. he got it for me, and we have used it. We played it with a bunch of people, and it's so fun. I actually introduced it to my students when I was back at Hendrix, and that was an interesting experience. So
Yeah, monikers and just one are party games of choice nowadays. Oh, and Ito. Ito's fantastic.
oh, okay, Ito sounds
It's a
good.
game where you get to decide the punishment for O.J. Simpson. It's a weird game.
I think it's funny how board games have just exploded because you go into any store or any place, even the local Board of Beers here in Memphis has 1,300 board games, that are there, and you just, in fact, I think I'm pretty knowledgeable about board games, not as knowledgeable as you, but man, there's just so many out there. It's exciting, but it's also daunting. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, well, Chris, that was a great list. I appreciate you being on the podcast, and
Of course.
always good to see you. And I'm gonna have to take a look at some of the games you introduced today, and I'm sure there'll be some comments from folks who watch this video about what they saw today. So, Chris, thanks for being the guest, and we'll see you next time on No Ordinary List.
Thanks.